Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Towns. Um, as you can tell, I've been progressing along slightly here. The first layer, the first floor of my main building here, my tavern, has been completed. I'm starting to decorate it. I've put a chess table, some chairs, a couple of the tables in the dining room, and I built stairs. Now, first, the stairs don't seem to line up in straight lines, so you just got to kind of ignore the fact that they turn crisscross on each other or face whichever wall they choose randomly. And doors don't seal on the second layer. In fact, most of your guys can fit through a one block high space. So realistically, if you really wanted to just be tight about it, you can just build a one block layer and ignore the fact that you got two block high doors. This block here is a wooden block that was placed with no adjacent block, so it was an incorrect block placement, and it fell through because there's nothing supporting it. It fell through. It happens. Your guys are kind of stupid that way, and rather than build in a series, like build, say, this section of wall and then build this section of floor, they kind of randomly just drop blocks wherever they want, and you end up with that kind of thing happening actually quite a lot. It's a pretty minor thing to fix because you just simply order a little bit more of the same type of wall somewhere else, and they'll grab that block and go put it where it belongs. But we just got our first hero, day 14, and we finally got our first hero. And this looks like a rogue. See if I can bring up his status here. Heroes. Click on this one. Yes, this looks like it might be the rogue, or your thief, or whatever. Various items attract various heroes. The decorative chest, and I don't know if it has to be in a room or not, but the decorative chest supposedly attracts the rogue. The harp is supposed to attract elves. Potted plants are supposed to attract herbalists. Stone statues, I believe, attract the knights. There's a few others. I have to look at the rest of the list. This is what you do to get the heroes in. Now, I've actually got food starting to stockpile in some of these barrels. My farmers have been working their buns off. I added 2 more apple and pear tree orchards plus a sugarcane field. My overall happiness is 6. My people are not ecstatic or happy yet, but they're getting there. Stone is still a shortage, but we're building. Something else I find you need to build is this arena. This is so you can capture and combat badgers, and the hospital so that your people can heal. Those 2 requirements seem to be essential to having heroes. I've never seen a hero join without the arena and hospital placed on the ground. Now, of course, they don't have to be fully developed. You don't have to be actually running them, nothing like that. But having them started seems to be key. So I'm going to continue on here, and now you can finally get to see what your first hero does. Now, these guys usually just wander around aimlessly, looking for things to get into trouble with. Now, he's going to walk right through a jungle area, which usually means he's got pixies and or the froggies and the brownies there. I know there was a jungle that I saw that had a brownie village in it, which I believe will actually spawn more. But he's just working his way towards town. Now, I haven't actually gone underground yet. I like to usually build a safe room and go underground. I'm just developing where I'm going to put the graveyard in a little bit more, and I'm trying to clean up some of these patches of stone that are laying around, because stone is actually something that I will require. So once these guys have cleaned this up a little bit more, I will probably do is start ordering this to be backfilled. What I can do is start ordering it to be filled with dirt. Now, one thing I've noticed of a lot of these development games is you actually do spend a good amount of time waiting for things to happen, things to develop. It seems to be fairly inevitable, but it happens. You're hanging out in the marketplace. Why? Now, I don't know if you can actually trade with heroes. You know, that'd be kind of cool. It doesn't look like you can. But he'll hang around here until he gets bored. He'll wander around and hopefully go attack some of the frogs and other creatures that are menacing our village. But I will be actually going underground within the next day or so. I want to try to get at least the first layer of the tavern built and have at least 2 heroes here before I even think about it. Now I'm just going to take this up basically 3 layers. Well, 1 more floor. But this floor is just going to have all bedrooms on it. And then after that, I will probably do, so I'm down in this corner, I'm probably going to do is start mining towards, or mining into this hill over here, and where I started out these bedrooms. And I'll turn this into an underground bunker, and I'm going to try to attract dwarves, actually. Oh, well, there's always good news. The hero went out exploring and ran into one of these nasty little brownie people who actually seems to have killed it. I didn't see the messages here, but yeah, the brownie hunters, they have a ridiculously high attack point. They're low hit points, but they're high attack points, like this one here. The hit points are only 635, so realistically 2 good solid hits on the brownie will kill you, but the damage points on them is ridiculously high, and I believe they actually have a high percent to miss when you try to hit them, so you gotta have fairly good attacks. They're nasty. I don't like these brownie creatures at all. But I mean, you don't really like a lot of hostile enemies. That's why they're hostile. So, our hero is now gone. And we're back to having no heroes in town. So I'll just let these guys keep building. Like I said, I want to try to build a little bit like on the second layer here, or start building where I'm going to build an underground area to start getting some dwarves and whatnot in. These guys will keep picking up mud and building with it. We'll also start hauling it and storing it in these barrels. So one person will store the mud, another person will haul the mud out and put it in a wall. Depending on the tasks that the people have. Oh, combat. Yeah, so we now have a rogue corpse, by the way, so I could actually build a rogue grave. Which would be decorative. Tombs. Knight's tomb, Highlander's tomb, Elfish tomb, rogue tomb. There's a rogue's tomb. I try to put the corpses in a graveyard here. One, to help reduce the number of hostile respawnings from things like the thing of the fallen, the ghosts of fallen heroes and stuff like that. Also try to help reduce the try to help make the town look a little bit nicer, but keep also tabs on number of people who have fallen in combat. Now, once I build this building here, which is literally going to be a dirt mound, I'll carve out underground a little bit and do some repairs or do some upgrades underground. This stone has to come out, and I'm going to take it up to its level 10 already. 10, 12 is your highest level. So I'm going to take it up to about level 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant on top of it. But inside of it, I'm going to hollow it out and put in a bunch of rooms and tavern rooms and whatnot, as well as things to attract more heroes, if it were. But I'm also going to put in sort of, for lack of a better term, a ready room to try to draw people to have a place to stock up or armor or whatever, and then when my people go underground, they can actually equip. I will also put a zone that I haven't placed down yet, and that is the barracks right there, making sort of essentially a guardhouse underground, and that's where my access to the subterranean dungeons are going to be. And then from that point on, it's going to be expand, build up, get more, faster, better guys and heroes and whatnot. I do want to try to get the heroes from the YouTubers. Actually, both of these two are on my subscribed list, by the way, of YouTubers that I watch on a consistent basis. Vex does a lot of really good combat related games, first person shooters, that sort of thing. He's a bit of a gun nut, so it's funny watching him complain about the effects of guns in a first person shooter game. Punchwood is it's the avatar name of Paul Soares Jr. He was the first person I watched Minecraft tutorials on, actually, from. His Minecraft tutorials got me started, figured out a few seriously bad things that I was having trouble with. Helped me out a lot, so I kind of stayed subscribed to his channel. So there's a little Little history for you. I saw those two in here and I thought that was funny. Now, Sips, I've never watched his YouTube channel, so I haven't seen his playthrough on this game. Both of these guys did the playthrough on this game back when it was about 3 or 4 versions old. I believe that Paul Soares Jr. one, he was actually doing a very early alpha game. And Vex did one that was a similar version to the one I'm at now. I think it was about 2 versions earlier than this one. So most of it is relevant still. So that's one of my goals that I'm setting for myself, is to actually get those 2, possibly all 3 of these heroes in the game at some point in time. So we're just going to let these guys finish building, and we're going to keep digging and building away here for a while, and that's going to be about it. So as you can tell, not much else is happening. We're waiting for things to happen, things to get built, things to finalize. So back to hurry up and wait. So while I hurry up and wait, I will catch you all on the next episode, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and have a good day. Bye for now.